Welcome to Basic Chemistry Workshop. Today we shall be discussing back titration method. Analyze the concentration of analyte based upon chemical reaction. Back titration. A back titration may also be called as an indirect titration. A back titration is a titration method where the concentration of an analyte is determined by reacting it with a known amount of excess reagent. The remaining excess reagent is then titrated with another second reagent. The result of the second titration shows how much of the excess reagent was used in the first titration, thus allowing the original analyte's concentration to be calculated. Applications. A back titration is used when the molar concentration of an excess reactant is known, but the need exists to determine the strength or concentration of an analyte. Back titration is typically applied in acid-base titrations. When the acid or a base is an insoluble salt, example calcium carbonate. When direct titration endpoint would be hard to discern, example weak acid and weak base titrations. When the reaction occurs very slowly. Formulae. The equation for calculating molarity is the ratio of moles of the solute whose molarity is to be calculated to the volume of the solvent used to dissolve the given solute. Mathematically, molarity can be written as moles of the solute per liters of the solution. The units of the molarity are mole per liter. For dilution problems, we can use the formulae M1V1 is equal to M2V2. The molar mass N is equal to M divided by molecular weight, where small n is the number of moles, small m is the mass, mW is the molecular weight calculated in gram per mole. Aim. Finding the molarity of a given solution. Apparatus. 25 ml burette, 10 ml pipette, 50 ml conical flask, beaker, funnel, burette stand. Chemicals used: 0.1 molar NaOH solution, 0.1 molar HCl, acetic acid solution of unknown concentration, 1% phenolphthalein indicator. Procedure. Transfer 10 ml volume of acetic acid solution into a conical flask. Transfer 25 ml volume of 0.1 molar NaOH solution to the same conical flask. Add 1 or 2 drops of 1% phenolphthalein indicator to the solution. Fill the burette with 0.1 molar HCl solution. Remove air bubbles from the burette and adjust solution to the lower meniscus on the burette. Complete the titration with 0.1 molar HCl from the burette until the color changes from pink to colorless. Repeat the experiment 3 times or more and calculate the results. Take the mean of the 3 readings for calculations. Now let us see how the experiment can be carried in a laboratory. We have taken 0.1 molar NaOH solution, 0.1 molar HCl solution, acetic acid solution of unknown concentration, and 1% phenolphthalein indicator. The experimental setup is ready. Once the experimental setup is ready, let us see how the experiment can be done. Take 10 ml of acetic acid solution of unknown concentration in a pipette. Now, carefully pipette out 10 ml of unknown concentration of acetic acid in a conical flask. Now, take 0.1 molar NaOH solution. Take 25 ml of 0.1 molar NaOH solution and carefully add it into the same conical flask. Now, add 1 or 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator to the same conical flask. Fill the burette with 0.1 molar HCl solution. Remove the air bubbles from the burette and adjust the solution in the burette to the lower meniscus at 0. Now, carefully open the valve of the burette and see that drop by drop of HCl falls into the solution which is present in the conical flask. Care should be taken that the solution inside the conical flask is continuously agitated. In this video, we have used a magnetic stirrer and a magnetic bead which agitates the solution inside the conical flask. Continue the titration in the same method till the solution in the conical flask changes from pink to colorless liquid. The titration procedure should be continued in this manner till the liquid inside the conical flask changes from pink color to colorless, which indicates the end point of the titration procedure. As we can see here, the color of the solution inside the conical flask is slowly changing from dark pink to light pink and from light pink to colorless fluid. So now, as we can observe in the video, the solution in the conical flask has changed from pink color to colorless. At this point, note down the reading from the burette. This is the end point of the titration. Observations of the study. After the experimentation, write down the observations of the study in the table as shown in the video. Burette reading is the volume of 0.1 molar HCl or volume of 0.1 molar NaOH used up. The second column shows the mean burette reading. Volume of 0.1 molar HCl is equal to volume of 0.1 molar NaOH used up. Volume of NaOH left is equal to initial amount minus volume used up in the titration. That is, Initial amount minus mean burette reading. 25 minus 15.6, which is the mean burette reading in our case, which gives 9.4 ml. Calculations. Acetic acid plus NaOH react with each other chemically and give us sodium acetate and water. Let us apply the formula of molarity here. M1V1 is equal to M2V2, where M1V1 are used for HCl and M2V2 are used for NaOH. 0.1 into 15.6 is equal to 0.1 into X, so that X can be calculated as 15.6 ml. Now, M2V2 is equal to M3V3, where M2V2 is for NaOH and M3V3 stands for acetic acid. Again, substituting the values in the above equation, we can calculate the value of X as 0.094, which is almost equal to 0.1 molar. Thus, molarity of given acetic acid solution is 0.1 molar. Result. Molarity of the given acetic acid solution is 0.1 molar. Lab assignment. What is the molarity of 245 grams of sulfuric acid dissolved in 1 liter of solution? What is the molarity of 5.3 grams of Na2CO3 dissolved in 400 ml solution? What is the molarity of 5 grams of NaOH in 750 ml of the solution? References. Experimental Physical Chemistry by V.D. Athawale, P. Mathur, New Age International Private Limited. College Practical Chemistry by V.K. Ahluwalia, S. Dhingra Universities Press. Thank you.